Everyone's asking which AI is the best. I wanted to find out which one makes the most money fastest. So, what I'm going to do is with you right now, I'm going to take a few of these AI platforms that we know the most and take them through the ringer and see which one actually works in real time. I haven't prepped these at all. I just know the pattern I'm going to take, and we'll see which one makes the most money the fastest, will help us. Now, if you are new to this channel or you have not yet subscribed, there is a subscribe button right below this video. If you press it, then you'll get notifications. Press the bell notification too. You'll get notified when I put out new videos, and that's going to be really important this week and next week because I have some incredible videos coming out and planned for you. They're going to all help you in your business. Now, I just did a 3 hour live where I answered questions all day on Sunday, and I want to bring more of that to you. So you want to make sure you know when I'm going live too. So hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. When you like the video, it helps get it in front of more people who need to see it. And let's get started. So the first thing I'm doing is you'll see here on the page is I have lined up the competitors. Okay, so we have ChatGPT, we have Claude. Have you heard of Claude? Let me know in the comments if you've not heard of that yet. And we have Google Gemini. Did you know that Google has its own AI that's sort of like ChatGPT and Lovable mixed together? I also included Lovable because I use it so much. And for some of these, I want to use it to see how it stacks up to the rest. So the first thing we're going to do, which is going to be a little bit meta, is that we are going to ask the all of the competitors what we should ask it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, while we're doing this, make sure you have one of these up. All of them have like a freemium model where you can use it for free for a few credits. And you may even be paying for one right now. So you want to check this out, but work with me. If you learn and implement at the same time, studies show that you learn it faster and more with more depth. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm making a video comparing ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini to see which ones will make the most money, make which one will make me the most money. What three things should I ask each to compare? And I'm going to copy this because I'm going to use it across the board. So I'm going to press return. I'm going to go here and I'm going to actually open up my own GPT. This is Arlan's GPT that you find inside of the free Your First 5K Club, which is linked in the description below and the pinned comment. And I'm going to use that too because I want to see how it stacks up. It's not used to this type of questions, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I'm going to press return. Again, I'm going to go over to Claude, and this is just Claude Chat. Claude has co-work and it has code. This right now, what we're using is Claude Chat because I'm going to do comparison. Press return. And then one more, I'm going to do this in Gemini. And it says the fast version. So I think, what do we want to do? Solve complex? I'll just do fast. Okay, so let's go back to what ChatGPT said. ChatGPT said it knows my audience, right? So this is important. This is why I didn't tell it, hey, I'm brand new, pretend that I'm a different person, because part of making the decision for you, because that's what's most important, is your decision, is how well do they already know me? So if you've been using ChatGPT, it's going to probably give you an answer like this, where it tells you it knows what you do and who you are. And if you haven't used it, or if you're using a free version that doesn't quite keep up with you as much, then all you have to do is get that paid monthly version, 20 bucks a month or so, 20, 25, I don't remember. I know it's important, but honestly don't remember what it is. And whatever it is, it's worth it for 30 days to give it a try. Okay, so it says you want prompts that test speed to cash, monetization strategy, and execution quality. I'm also going to do an image one because I think that's pretty important too. Okay, so it says I should ask it turn $50 into 1,000 in 30 days. That's cool. I have written on my notes that I wanted a 30-day plan. That's awesome. It says build and sell an AI micro offer in 48 hours. Awesome. And then write a high conversion sales asset. Let's see what my ChatGPT said. It says, ooh, I like this because it's kind of in my voice. You're not just comparing features, you're testing revenue potential. That's the right energy. So it's trying to talk like me. Okay, so then it says, it asks a question and then it says, so that you can reflect. I like that. So this is the one that you get inside of your first 5K. And I would love for this one to win because I trained it on hundreds of hours of my own teachings. So first it asks you to reflect. Are you testing them to build a business for you or to create client work that you could sell? That changes the framing a little. Love it. Says, but either way, here are the three smartest things to ask each one. Help me create an offer I can sell this week. Write a 3-post launch plan to sell it in 5 days, and turn this into a simple checkout page I can post on Stan. Love it because it's specific, right? Let's go to Claude. Claude says, great video concept. Now, the three that they give, it's really what I like about Claude too, if you look at this, it's just to the point. Like, I do like that ChatGPT knows me, but also, if you're like, let me just get to the point, Claude is going to be for you. So it says, here are 3 prompts. Write me a product listing for a specific item on Etsy, Amazon. Interesting. Almost too specific in my view, but for our purposes. Build me a side. I also don't know if I like the way it's the grammar. Write me, build me, build me a side hustle business with $500 in 10 hours a week. I really like that one. And write a cold outreach email to land my first freelance client. I don't know. What do you think? Like, let me know in the comments which ones you're liking the most. I'm kind of leaning towards Claude so far because it is specific, it is nuanced, and I feel like there's really a little bit more specific money-making ideas here. It is not as ambiguous. Okay. And then let's see what Google Gemini, which I don't really use that often. Let's see what it says. So, and it's kind of funny because Gemini kind of hallucinates a lot more than other ones so far. So it says the signature service stress test. Ask each AI to turn a low value skill into a high ticket productized service. Okay. That's really specific. Okay. And then the multimodal research and trend analysis. Okay. Use each AI specific superpowers to find a real world gap in the market. And the red team profit critique. Instead of asking how to make money, ask them to tell you why your current idea will fail. So what Gemini is doing is Gemini, I feel like Gemini wants to be the smartest person in the room, the smartest AI in the room, right? First of all, it's talking like this, like it's giving it these names, these complex names that not everybody's going to understand. And then it went against what I'm asking. So it's saying instead of asking how to make money, I don't want it to do instead of asking how to make money. I want to ask it how to make money. So we're already off the bat, Gemini is working my nerves. If you're paying attention, if you're here, say working my nerves, but no, that's going to be negative signaling. Don't say that. Say, Gemini, what you doing? You okay, girl? All right. And then we have Lovable, but that's for later. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick ones that I liked. So I'm going to go back over here to Claude because I really liked Claude's. And I'm going to say, build me a side hustle business plan with $500 and 10 hours a week. I like that. I'm going to take the whole thing because I want it to have even more context. So I'm going to put it into Claude first since it said that. And let's see what happens. I'll put it here into ChatGPT. I'll put it into my own GPT that I got from the Your First 5K Club, which you can get for free when you join. Go into the classroom. You'll see the classroom here. You'll go into the 5-day challenge. And on day one, you'll watch this video and you'll get access to this ChatGPT custom. I'm going to put this one here. And then I'm going to go into Gemini. I'm going to type it into Gemini. I almost forgot about Gemini because it was working my nerves. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Claude. And Claude says, are you asking me to actually answer that prompt so you can use it as Claude's response? Yes, I'm going to say, actually answer that prompt. Yes, it's asking me the right question, I think. It's like, I don't understand. Are you asking me to do that? Are you asking me to embellish a little bit on it? So yes. So then it says, here's the real plan, not generic stuff, start a blog stuff. Okay, so it says budget of 500, hours 10 a week, goal 2 to 4,000 a month within 90 days. So it got even more specific. And then it's giving us an idea. You create short form video content like Reels, TikToks, Google business profile videos. That's new to me for local small businesses. restaurants, barbers, gyms, med spas, etc. These businesses desperately need content but don't have the time or skill to make it. Most are already paying for ads that don't work. That's really good. It's good context, okay? So it tells me week by week what to do. The setup, put your money into three things. First, a smartphone gimbal like the DJI OM series. So that's the thing that holds the smartphone, holds your iPhone or whatever, so that it doesn't shake when you walk. It tells me how much it costs, how much I can expect, and it says get a clip-on mic for this amount, and then it says spend roughly 380 on CapCut Pro and running a 2 to 3 small meta ads targeting local businesses. Interesting. Okay. And then it says, it's a long thing that it says here. Okay. Then it says, skip the fancy camera. Your phone is fine for this tier of client. And then it says to build a simple portfolio. It goes on to tell what to do. Now, week 3 and 4, it says, here's how to find the paying clients. So that's 3 to 4 weeks in. I like it. And it's telling you how to do it. You can always pause this if you want to see what the real answer is. And then it says month 2 to 3, because this is a 90-day plan, $400 per client. You only need 5 to 10 clients to hit your income target. That tells you why it works. Now let's head over here to ChatGPT. What do you think of that? Let me know. Okay, so then it says, uh, no, it's still talking about the test. That's a good, if you're going to use, here's how to make it even stronger. No, I want you to just do this. She didn't ask me. It just kind of assumes. So ChatGPT assumes. Claude asks. That's an interesting distinction. Okay. Respond as if I asked, actually. And then we'll go that. So, okay, here's a real operator plan. And then it says all this stuff. I really don't like that it does all this, like no fluff, no start, no. But this is what no start a blog. And then Claude did the same thing up here. No start a blog fluff. Look at that. I wonder why they both said that. That is so funny. Okay, so then it says same thing. It tells you why at the beginning instead of at the end. And it's actually telling me the same. Okay, because I asked for local. No, I didn't ask for local. It's just telling me the same answer. That's so interesting. It's saying it needs a lead follow-up system, content repurposing, email automation, and client onboarding. So it's giving me the same target audience. And then it's saying, here's the offer. An AI business efficiency setup for $500 per client. So basically, you're going in and doing what I talk about, which is helping small businesses with their AI setup. Okay. And you can read this again. You can pause this if you want to see what the real answer is, or you can just simply ask one of your platforms this question. It gives me the math, budget allocation, just like Claude, but even more specific. It gives me card at 19, which is like, I'm going to use Stan or I'm going to use Lovable or just a payment link. I'm not going to use card. Like that's kind of old school. I don't know what Apollo is, but I'm assuming it's something. And then 12-week roadmap, same thing. The first 1 to 2 weeks, it's actually kind of similar. Yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. So I like it. It gives me like a lot more information than Claude. Let's head over to my GPT. Let's see. This is a good comparison. Side hustle plan. Pick a service that pays for speed. Not a blog. They're really all against blogs. Not drop shipping exactly, because I would never tell anybody to do drop shipping today in 2026 or beyond, and not build an audience first. And then it's saying we're going to build a done for you microservice. Examples. And then it gives various ones. It doesn't, like my GPT doesn't go straight to small business. It gives you separate ones. And these are ones that we're talking about in the 1 day, the 5 day challenge. And then it talks about explicitly how much these things will cost. And it's also giving you like, you do not need to spend all of this. Interesting. So I'm trying to help you out on the budget. That's cool. Write the word budget if you're still with me, if this is interesting to you. Budget. Okay, I keep most of that 500 as runway. I love this response. Like I say in my revenue playbook, which is a book that I have, revenue is a system, not a shopping spree. Okay. So, and I didn't say that in my book. It's just saying that I did because it wants to fit what it's saying. Then it gives me the offer. It gives me a sequence, tells me how to sell it, tells me by the hour what to do. Look at that. Because it's saying 10-hour week. Let me tell you what the hour to do, right? Do that for 4 weeks. I love it. Sales strategy. And then it says why it wins and why it works. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to definitely, if you haven't yet, use my Arlan GPT because it is doing some cool stuff. This is my offer creator coach. All you have to do is go into your first 5K. You just answer 3 questions. I will admit you if I like the answers because I'll just say, oh, she or they really saw the video because you're going to type it out, let you in, go into the classroom, go into that 5-day challenge, and then the day one, you can click on here, watch the video, and so on. Okay, so then we did that. And now Gemini, what does Gemini's ass have to say? It says, this is the bread and butter prompt for side hustle content. Okay, thank you. Now answer it. You don't need a lot of gear. You need social proof and efficiency. Um, so it's telling me again, instead of just editing, you are selling retention. I'm biased now. I'm already mad at it. It says, okay, so it tells me how much to spend. 150 for your subscription to a high-end AI video suite. Smart. And it didn't even say to do its own. So I give it credit for that. $100 for professional portfolio site. Again, they're talking about card. Why is everybody so big on card? Like card was cool about a year ago, but we have other things now. And then it says targeted LinkedIn meta ads, cool, and then a buffer in case you need some other stuff for like sound. I like that. That's smart because you may run into those things like needing music licenses for your videos. Then it tells you out Monday 1 hour, then Tuesday, then Friday. So it's good. Okay. The work, profit roadmap. Okay. Tell me more. Does it account when you run this prompt? I think it's not helping me. It's still trying to do the meta stuff. So it's not really helping me. Okay, do it because we had to do that with the other ones as if I actually asked you. Interesting. I pressed return and it wouldn't go, but when I pressed the arrow, it went. Okay. So now it says, oh man, it's not really getting the nuance of this. It's saying since you're already deep in the world of comparing AI models, you see what I'm saying? Like it's just not really understanding what I want, but it's still giving me answers. So it's telling me how to spend the money. It's saying the hunt, the audit, the pitch, the work, the system. I like that. It kind of helps me understand it a little bit more clearly without even having to read the rest. And then it tells me what I'm selling, which are 5 video hook rewrites, full scripts, and monthly retainer. These are different tiers. I like that it gives me tiers. That's kind of how I operate. It talks about why. So, out of all of these, which ones did you like the most? I'm going to go back to Claude and tell you that I really like Claude. I really like Claude, but the one I like the most, and I'm not being biased here, I like the most was my GPT, my custom GPT, because it told me hour by hour what to do and it gave me more options. Now, I like the other ones because they were more specific. And if I had a hard time deciding on things, these are going to be more helpful to me. So it's like so far, this is what I figured out, okay? So far, ChatGPT is more like your catch-all, your Swiss Army knife. It's going to help you no matter what. It's going to figure it out, right? And especially if you've been using it for days, weeks, or months. It's going to know more. It's going to remember things. Claude is going to be more nuanced. It's going to think more. It's going to feel like a little bit more elevated, a little bit more like you're talking to someone who has had more experience with it and is not just guessing as much. But it's going to, the trade-off is that it's going to be very set in its ways and specific. Then you have my chat GPT, my custom Arlan GPT. And I like it because it's mine, because I trained it. So it helps me. But I like it because it also speaks to the person that you're probably 40 plus. You may be a woman, maybe 80% of the people who watch my stuff are women, so maybe you have this background, this corporate background, or you have retail background, or maybe you're a teacher or work for the government, etc. And now you're looking to work online. If that's you, let me know in the comments if I really honed in on you, okay? And you want to make the world a better place. You want to serve a certain group of people, and you also need to make money from it so that you can continue to do that. That's all wrapped up in the custom GPT. So that those answers, like where it said, you don't have to spend all the 500. I just thought that was wonderful, right? Gemini is my least favorite so far. Maybe it'll catch up in another prompt, but so far it's my least favorite. It's a little bit too it's a little bit like Frasier. It's like, oh, I'm going to say all the fancy words, and I'm also going to be a little like obnoxious about it. And I could be totally skewed in how I see it because that's how we work. That's how our minds work. It's like I've already made a determination about it, so everything it says is now confirming that, right? So you may be watching, you're like, no, it actually is pretty cool. It's normal, and I've already skewed it. So think about that when you're making a decision. And then let's go back to where we are. So let's go back up to the questions that it said we could ask. And then let's see, it says turn 50 into 1,030 days, build a selling an AI micro offer. Let's do that one. That's a good one to do. Okay, so since it came from ChatGPT, we'll put it here now, and I'll say now so it kind of knows, and I'll copy it. And then I'll go over to my Arlan GPT, which is found in the Your First 5K classroom here in day one. And then I will go to Claude, and then I will go finally to Gemini. We'll start with ChatGPT. It says the price is $27. You're going to upsell to 97 implementation workshop. Love that. And it gives me my target audience, the transformation. And this is important. Like that, it helps me understand what am I trying to sell here? Because it's not the product, it's not the tool, it's the transformation. Before, inconsistent posting, no clear message, overthinking content, low visibility. After, clear positioning, 30 days of ready to post content, hooks, scripts, captions, repeatable system. I'd pay $27 for that. They already have me sold. So ChatGPT is doing a great job so far. What do they get as far as deliverables? They get all these things. So 15 plug and play prompts, AI prompts, which I love. You know, I love. So speaking of prompts, I have an AI prompt marketplace. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description, but you can see it arlanspromptmarketplace.com, even if I don't link it, arlanspromptmarketplace.com, where you can get all of these prompts, and they're my prompts, but they're other people's prompts too. And what's really cool here is that all of these that we're testing, they have prompts inside of our prompt shop. So you can decide which one you like the most, and you can then save time and money on going back and forth on credits by just having the prompt already pre-made. So making it irresistible freebie $2.99. Client load reset $2.99. There's ones that are like $99. This was the virtual styling empire. This is a professional grade. Let's click on it. Let's see how long it takes to open. This is a professional grade AI powered styling engine that lets boutiques and personal shoppers virtually try on entire collections for clients in seconds. Wow, how cool is that? I love it. Okay. So there's more added all the time. And I think we have 100 prompts so far, and we're going to keep adding every single day. Post event follow up and ROI. Like that's specific and cool. If you just put an event on, you want to pay $3 and get that post follow up. Do you want to do something on LinkedIn? The visibility architect on LinkedIn for 17 bucks. I'll take that. Very cool, right? Okay, so as you see, ChatGPT, let's see what this one, it says +1. So anything that's available for ChatGPT you can also put on Claude and Gemini, which is what they're saying here. Very cool. All right, so go back here, and it's saying these are the deliverables. Now, delivered as this, okay, and then why it sells, and here's the plan, day one, and then so on. And it's telling me how many hours, build a, I like this. This is very specific. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The math, why this is a strong offer. And I'm sure if I spent time on this, if I spent the day working on this, I bet you I could make some money from it. Now let's skip over to Arlen's GPT and see what it says. Okay, and it's talking in my, language now. Now you're cooking. This is a great comparison. I don't know why it's still talking about the comparison, but here we go. Okay, so it says, like my book, Your First Million says. Hey, it's always talking about my books. I love it. Your first dollar matters more than the first 1,000 followers. That's very true. Okay, so then it says, it explains what an AI micro offer is. Although if you ask the question, you probably know what it is. But let's say you got this as a prompt, like you got it as a free prompt from me, or you paid for it and you didn't know what it was. This is going to explain it because it's always going to find you where you are. Then the 48-hour plan, just like the regular ChatGPT, it breaks it down and gives you all these things. 50 scroll stopping hooks for niche. That's a really good offer. And then how to package it. Day two, how to sell it, right? So, by the way, write down that prompt and use it inside of my offer, a GPT, so that you can do it. So it says, build me a side hustle business plan with $500 and 10 hours a week. Is that the one? Yeah, do that. Put that into whichever one you choose. And let's go over to Claude. Let's see what Claude is saying. So Claude is doing the same thing. What's a micro offer? Giving good information back. And then it's giving you the hour by hour, figuring out what you do, like who are you targeting, because that's really important. Then building the delivery system. It's suggesting Gumroad or Stripe payment links. I would use Stan. I would use other things, but that's just my kind of vibe. And then it's telling the process and day one evening. And by the way, try these things. Like just have fun with it. Like entrepreneurship, side hustles, this is supposed to be fun. You have AI that's going to tell you step by step what to do. All the information's there. You have YouTube and you have these AI pieces. And then let's see what good old Gemini has to say. I don't know why I'm so mad at Gemini, but let's see what it has to say. 48-hour build to sell roadmap. It says, since you're looking for that, we need to shift from a service where you do the work and do a productized asset. Yes, I agree. Um, yeah, three viral hooks. So the other one said 50. This one said three. So that's interesting. But it does talk about prompt engineering, which I love, which is why I have the prompt marketplace, because that's all about prompt engineering that we do for you. And then let's go here. So the sell land beta clients as a it's just like it's just like just not. You don't have to talk like this. I'm sorry. I'm so surprised by how I'm reacting to this, Gemini, but it is just so uppity. Just calm down. Calm down. The economics of the micro offer. Da 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 da, 149 intro price. So this one told us 27, and this one, ChatGPT said 27. Google Gemini said 149. I like that there's a range there. And then it's saying again, it's still not understanding that I don't want it to do the comparison for me, that I just want it to do its thing. But all good. Now, the third, let's go back to see what Gemini said as an option of what to ask. The signature service stress test, ask each to turn a low value skill into a high productized service. Multimodal research and trend. Ugh, the red team profit critique. I can't do it. Let's go back to Claude. Write me a product listing for this. Build me a side hustle with this. Write a cold outreach email to land my first freelance client as a blah blah blah. So let's say that we're going to take this and we're going to go back to something that I've taught in the past. And what I've taught in the past is you make a landing page on Lovable, and then you sell it to local businesses or businesses online. So let's start something in Lovable just so you can see how Lovable works, because some people don't know about it. And once you use it once, you'll fall in love with it. That's why it's called Lovable. So we're going to just do one where we're going to say, create a website for a dog grooming local business, make it playful and fun. Give me AI generated photos and I will replace some of them as needed. Use colorful background and make it family friendly. Okay, so we're going to have that and just press return. And we're going to leave that for a little bit while we do the rest of this. This is going to take like 5 minutes or so. I don't even know if it takes that long. So go back to Claude and we're going to paste what that third and final test is. Write a cold outreach email to land my first freelance client and I'm going to say lovable website builder or say landing page. And I'm going to give it a little bit more context to say, I just built a dog grooming landing page that is playful, colorful, and fun for a local business. I want to send the template out to 5 local dog grooming businesses in my city. So I'm going to copy all of that. If I just wanted to say this first sentence, I could have done that, but I just wanted to give it more context. So I'll do that in Claude, let Claude take over. I'll do that in, I'll say now, and I'll do this one just so that it knows I want to keep going. That's now in ChatGPT. If you're not looking at the screen, I just put that into ChatGPT. A reminder that you have these prompts that you can get here, more than 100 of them, and you can search by the model Google, Claude, ChatGPT, Pixels. You can the use case and the niche. And then I'm going to go over to Arlan GPT and I'm going to paste that in. And then I'm going to go into Gemini, my best friend, and paste it in. Let's go back to Claude and see what Claude has to say. Okay, let me give you a few strategic approaches since cold outreach to local businesses hits differently depending on the angle. Interesting. It's also a little, it's also a little risque. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Oh, if you know what I'm talking about, say it in the comments, but don't say it in the comments. Okay, anyway, I made something subject. I made something for a blank business name totally free. So I don't know if I would put that as I would probably say for you or for, I guess I would say for the business name for like perfectly paused, which is what's happening. Positively perfect. I made something for positively perfect, totally free. Hi, I'm a local web designer and I recently built a landing page for a dog grooming business here in town using a playful, colorful style that really pops. I liked what you're doing at Perfectly Pause so much, or no, Positively Perfect, so much that I went ahead and customized a version with your brand in mind. No strings attached. I just want to show you what's possible. I think it's giving away too much of the back end. You want to say more so like, I made this for you. So I like it. It's a good starting place, but it's just not, exactly perfect. Here's a quick sneak peek, and then I put the demo page up. If you love it and want me to make it fully yours, your photos, your pricing, I mean, that's an interesting way of doing it. Sure, for sure. Your booking link, I can have it done this week for a flat 300, 200, 500, whatever. Either way, the preview is yours to keep. We'd love to hear what you think. Don't know about that. So then I don't know if I would have it to keep. But then it says 3 angles: lead with the freebie, create urgency, casual, or neighborly. So there's different ones. Pro tip for your video. The real move is to send all 5 emails using the freebie version, but actually customized. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's go over here to ChatGPT. It says, quick idea for this positively perfect website. I live here in Los Angeles and recently built a playful, colorful landing page concept specifically for a local dog grooming business. It's designed to, again, I think because I gave it this context, it didn't it put too much out there. It's telling too much of my business. Kind of the same thing, but then this one gave me a, a second one. Did it give me a second one? Yeah. If you want something slightly more conversion focused, but still calm, I built this for a local dog groomer, thought of you. Interesting. I recently built a bright, fun landing page template for a local dog grooming business here in LA. It focuses on easy booking, strong visuals, and clear service pricing. As I was finishing, I thought of Positively Perfect. Would you be open to seeing a quick preview? Interesting. So these are both good. I mean, if I had to compare them, I would say they're pretty. Both of them would work. So I'm not going to give either one like more points. Let's go to my GPT, and it's very excited still. It's always going to be like, "Oh, yay!" Yes, girl. Okay, so then let's see what it's saying. Hi, a quick idea to help Positively Perfect stand out online. I like this one better. So far, this is my favorite subject. Let me know if you agree. And you can disagree too. Let me know in the comments. This is a dialogue. I'm a local web designer here in Los Angeles, and I recently built a playful, colorful landing page concept specifically for dog grooming. I don't like the concept. It's the same thing as over here at the regular GPT. While researching great local groomers I came across, this one just feels too, it feels like, oh, I'm just sending this to anybody. And if I got this, I wouldn't click on it. So you're gonna have to like tweak it a little bit. It's designed to show off, make booking super easy. I like that part of it. I love to send you a quick preview. So like ChatGPT and MyGPT are both like, you're not getting this for free. You're not going to see this for free. Claude is like, here's the link so you can see the demo. I'm going to go with Claude on this, but I think Claude won this round because it is going to be much easier to convert somebody if they have something to look at. If I got an email that just said, hey, I made this for you. Do you want to see it? I'd be like, no, 1,000 people send me that email. But if they say, look, I already made it for you, click on it to see it, and I can see my face on it, I can see my name on it, I am going to be more likely to be interested in what it has to say. Gemini, what do you have to say? I thank you. It gave me some credit. This is a smart play. Thank you. And then let's say it says, love your grooming work. This is smart. Quick idea for your website. So this is good. This is the first one that actually complimented the company before telling it that it had a bad website, you know? So it says, hi, I was just looking at Positively Perfect and noticed you're doing some incredible work with dot dot dot. See, this is good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Will Gemini win this round? I'm a local developer here in Los Angeles, and I actually spent this week building a dream landing page template specifically for dog groomers. It's colorful, fun, specifically to get more pet parents to click that book now button. You can see the live demo here. I'm looking to partner with one more local groomer to help them stand out. This is the best one. I have to give it to Google Gemini. This is the best one. Now I wonder if it's the best one because Google is so used to selling to small businesses. That's the whole point of almost everything Google does, or at least half of what it does. So it's like it's customized. I can swap your photos, pricing, and logo, which remember I was like, I didn't love that, but I wanted to be already pre-made for them, but this works. Fast turnaround, which is like, yes. And then local discount. Since I'm building my local portfolio, I'm offering a flat rate, no monthly maintenance fees. I mean, it is specific, and this is the email that would get me to buy. So I have to say that Gemini won round three. I think Claude has won a round, Arlan GPT has won a round, and now Gemini has won a round. So we're all tied. The interesting thing is that ChatGPT by itself is doing well enough that you can use it for all of these. So ChatGPT, if I can only choose one, and I'm not done yet, but if I can only choose one, I'm going to have to use ChatGPT because it's been the most consistently good across the board. And it gets to know me in a way that other ones don't. So let's see how this is looking on Lovable. Wow. I gave it 2 or 3 sentences. Y'all remember that? I can even tell you how many sentences. I said 1 sentence, 2 sentences, 3 sentences. Make it playful and fun. And 3 sentences in, unlovable. And I have this wonderful website. And look how cute they made this picture. The color is really playful and fun. They call it something cute. I could change it or I could not. But this is like in 5 minutes, it was already made before I clicked over here. In 5 minutes, I was able to make this. Now, listen, a lot of people are not aware of Lovable. You may not have even heard of Lovable before you started this video. So that is why, even though it's simple, most people won't do this. And that is why you can offer it as a service. Now, there's more to it. It's not just this. You have to learn little things about like changing the name and the settings, taking away the edit by Lovable here. You don't want to send it out like that. You have to learn how to publish it. But these things I teach you on this YouTube channel. Just look up the word Lovable. I also teach you inside of my classroom here in the AI for Business section, which is free. Talk about vibe coding, Lovable, etc. And I also teach you inside of Lovable OS, which normally costs $99 or you get it as part of the 360 pass if you upgrade to this. You'll see all of it in the classroom. You can see what I'm talking about. But the point is, look at this. So make something fun today. Let me tell you what to do. Make something, use AI every day and just start playing with it, like literally playing with it. You can do some more, like right now, this doesn't click any. Oh, it does. Oh my God. I'm always blown away. How I've been using this for 9, 10 months and I'm still blown away by it. It already has something. Now, obviously, this is not going to go anywhere when you click it, but it's good. All you have to do is say, okay, the buttons that are here, how do I make them click? And replace my email here, and how do I make the call happen? And it's just so, so cool. This is wonderful. You could sell this today. Awesome, awesome. Now, if you want the prompts that make cool stuff like this, like what I would do is go into the model. Let's see what we have on Lovable so far. Yeah, so I would go in here. Look at all these prompts for Lovable. I would do that. Sleek deck generator. This is one that I made. Let me tell you, this one is popping. This one is really good if you need to make a presentation deck. It is so, so, so good. All these other ones are so amazing, okay? So let's say who the winner is. The winner, I think, is Lovable, even though it wasn't in the running. I'm going to tell you what I really believe based on this test and also just using these in the past. So I'm going to say that the loser here is going to be Gemini overall. But if I needed to make more uh, emails that are sales converting, I'm going to come back to Gemini and I'm going to work with Gemini because this one was on point. And you can use Gemini for free for a lot of it. You can also use Gemini to do similar things to Lovable, but I don't like the process as much. It's just maybe something with Google Gemini, even though they own YouTube, I just don't feel it the same. It's almost like Android versus iOS. Like iOS, Apple is more like Lovable, and then Android is more like Gemini. Maybe that's what it is. And I don't like Android. So anyway, I would use Gemini for this, for these the converting things. But you know what you could also do? This is kind of advanced. You could copy this, put it into Claude and say, I want something that is this good. Like rate this, tell me why, reflect on it. Use that word reflect. Say, tell me why this is so good. And then make more emails like this. So you could actually just kind of steal what you love about it, bring it over here to the other one, and just bring it into the one you like the most. Now, I like ChatGPT. That's going to be the next one that is the next, if you're doing four, it's number three because it's just going to be tried and true. It's going to always help me. It's going to always get me 80% there. It's always going to help me with so many things that it just has all this information, knowledge. It does do a great job of keeping up with you. And if I can only afford one of them, or if I can only use one of them, I'm going to use ChatGPT because it's a catch-all. It is a Swiss Army knife. Now, number two is going to be my own ChatGPT, my Arlan GPT, because it understands the person a little bit better, a lot bit better. It's coming from a certain personality and more so like has your back. And it also gives you great outputs. And you have to push back on it a little bit. All AI, you must not just take what it says at first and just run with it. You must be a curator, you must be an editor, you must be a thinker. And then the number one I'm going to say was Claude. Claude really stepped up when it came to strategy, when it came to nuance, and when it came to what I actually feel like is going to make me some money. And I will tell you that I have used Claude too. I said I was going to do like an image. Let's do an image one. I think I can do that. Okay, make a an Instagram carousel. You know what the carousel is like? It's one picture and then you swipe it and it's more pictures. Those are doing really well on Instagram right now, for instance. So I'm going to say make an Instagram carousel that is sleek and modern, black background with purple gradient font. And it's all about getting people to join your first 5K, my free membership. with business training. And I'm going to see what it does with only that. I'm going to say now. Okay. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to press return. I'll come back to it. I'm going to do the same thing in ChatGPT and just hope that it knows what it's doing. See, it's not even building it. It's doing, it's like, so I need to be more specific. I want the images, please. So it's telling me what it should look like, and that's cool, but I want it just done for me. So let's go back to Claude and see what it's doing. Yeah, Claude is building this out. Let me check the skills available for creating this. Now, if you have this on Claude Cowork, it just automatically knows to do it. And this is Claude Chat, as I mentioned earlier. Let me go over here and see if it'll do it. I'll say, make an Instagram carousel, the images themselves. This is the Arlan GPT. I'm going to copy that, press return, and I'm going to go over here to Google, which Google might show off a little bit. It's using Nano Banana, so it's probably going to do a good job, but let's see. Let's see where we are here. It's making it, looks like the computer tools are having connectivity issues. Let me build this as an interactive React artifact instead. Okay. Okay, then we go over here. Now, ChatGPT is the only one that's like really getting started. It's really getting started. Now, why is this going to make you money? Well, like as I said before, these carousels are getting more views and more interaction. And people are like going through, it's kind of like a story that they want to finish. They want that open loop closed, that thing that, psychologically. So what this did was, this is interesting. So it made it, and I like it, but it made it as one image. So I could go and I could, do screenshots. And then, but I wanted to understand that okay, so looks great. Make the individual squares. Next. Let's see what happens. Let's go back over here to Claude. It's still thinking. And let's go over here to my GPT, and it's doing the same thing that the original one did. Even though I said the images themselves, I'm going to say, can you make the images themselves? Let's see what it says. Let's go over to Google. What is Google doing? So Google did the same thing. You can redo this if I had Nano Banana Pro. So I should have said this from the get. I pay for Claude Pro and I pay for ChatGPT Pro. I don't think I pay for Gemini anything. But what is this? Oh, I wish this was better. I mean, it's okay, but definitely ChatGPT's was better. What is, this is just mediocre in my opinion. And it also didn't do it. Can you make the individual squares? I guess it's doing this to save energy and time, which I actually respect. It's like they're not going to make them all. They're going to be like 9 or 10 squares unless you like the direction it's going in. So I like this direction. It's still just doing one though. I wonder if it's going to continue that. Again, let's go over here. See, yep, it's making it. It's doing a great job. It's just not doing them individually, even though I used plural. So in this case, I think what I'd have to do is click on it, make it larger, and make square, size, because you can do, screenshots. Stop waiting to make your first 5K. You don't need 10,000 followers. You need a simple offer. This probably would have been better to say you don't need 5K followers because it would have been like, makes sense. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you've been overthinking your business, watching everyone else win, sitting on ideas, waiting to feel ready, this is for you. And this one again is my Arlan GPT. That's good. How to package, how to sell, how to land your first clients, how to build momentum. You only need one yes, because it knows that I say that. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. Okay, going back over here. Same thing. It has more words. I think this one would do better, probably, because it makes people kind of, what is it? You don't need venture capital. Yeah, it would probably make people do better because it makes people stay on it longer to read more. And then let's see what Claude's butt's doing. It's having issues. Now, I honestly, if I were on co-work, I think it would just win the day. But it is not on co-work, and I am not going to be able to add that. But back over here to Google. Hey, it didn't do it. It didn't do it individually. It just did this. But again, this one you can't really do because it's stretched. Maybe if you download it, it's a better vision. But this one just didn't. I would have thought that Google, especially Nano Banana, would have done a much better job, but it didn't. Claude is having issues. So it's just telling me what to do, but that's because it's not Claude Cowork, which would have done it. I've done slide decks, I've done all kinds of stuff on Claude Cowork. And then this one is just going to win. Like my GPT is doing a great job. It's more sparse. It might do well. I might A/B test this one against this one, and this one's doing really well. And I would just make the squares. So I might even put this up and maybe see this on my Instagram. So going back to this, let's go over here. I could talk to this, say, hey, replace this picture with this one, change the name, do all this, add this to the about page, change that to the owner's picture, all sorts of things I could do to make this really awesome and customized. So to recap, you're going to use Claude Chat and Claude Cowork. Claude Chat is just really, really great for nuanced strategy and for building out 30-day, 90-day plans. Also great for writing, really great for writing. And Claude Cowork is like, oh, I want to make a 10 slide deck so I can present it. I've done that even though I didn't show it here. You're going to use Gemini, it sounds like for these like really highly sales converting email sequences, which very cool to learn that. You're going to use my custom GPT inside of your first 5K for it to be more of my personality so you can feel like you're working with me one-on-one. It'll feel like you paid me $10,000 to sit down and help you, even though it's free. And then you're going to use ChatGPT to just capture everything. If you can only do one, I would use ChatGPT. If you can do one and two, I would have ChatGPT and Claude, and I would compare them and start to figure out what I like most about either one. And I would use that first. But the one that's going to make me the most money, I feel like the fastest, the one that's going to make me the most money the fastest, I think is going to be Claude. And then the second runner-up is going to, or the first runner-up is going to be Arlan GPT, which you can get there. So make sure you check out Arlan GPT in your first 5K, my marketplace, my prompt marketplace, and then just go have fun with AI. Just know that you are what is considered an early adopter. Let me know in the comments if this was a good time for you, if you want me to do more like this, more comparisons. And if you want me to compare something, tell me what you want me to compare. I'll be happy to do it here so that you have the information you need to make your first 5K.